Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. I've always wondered if EA would ever consider dropping content at different times. Like we always log on at 6 p.m. UK, 1 p.m. Eastern for the daily content drop. Then we go about our business on the game doing SBCs, EVOs, and playing games before getting off. Well, yesterday that cycle was broken up a bit because EA dropped some content very late that was unexpected, but it was on purpose. Now, maybe it was just a part of April Fools, or is it something that we'd actually like to see a bit more of? I'll talk about that today. But speaking of yesterday on April Fool's Day, EA cannot be serious with some of the things that I saw in this game yesterday and outside of it related to EA Sports. But what is serious are the official stats for these Trophy Titans cards. The trophy dynamics are back, as you can see here on the loading screen in game. There's some crazy cards with 3 playstyle pluses and some really good looking cards for EVOs as well. These icons and heroes look like they are going to hit. We're going to talk about that today and look forward to a little bit of market movements with Road to the Final cards, maybe not as positively as I thought, and today's content on Thursday. If you're excited for this one, drop a thumbs up in the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now let's dive in by looking back at yesterday's Wednesday content, also April Fool's Day, which of course was a main theme as we look at SBCs. We start off in SBCs with the UWCL MMs #1, which of course with more Champions League games on the women's side happening today, we'd expect a second version of this SBC to be released. But also we had our normal Wednesday campaign mix player pick come back. This one's still a 1 of 4. It's 88 plus. Knockout Royalty is the most recent promo cards that you can pack from this. So unless you're hunting a specific player who's like 88 rated or 89 rated from one of those promos for future EVOs or for like a first owner, past and present team or something like that, I just feel like this player pick is a skip. I would much rather right now put my 85, 6, 7, 8 rated fodder into player SBCs that are going to potentially upgrade, like Kubarsi, like Eze, even a showdown card potentially. Cherokee, that's a live card technically, right? Yuri Tielemans as well. I feel like that's a better use of my fodder right now than gambling it away on a little 88 plus player pick. Also, if none of the SBCs that are out right now seem interesting to you, absolutely save your fodder for what's upcoming with Trophy Titans, because as we've seen and talked about, some of those SBCs do look really good. Now, here's our surprise foot favorite returning to the game. Remember, EA said we were going to get a surprise? Well, I think this is it. It's a bit anticlimactic because we saw the leak ahead of time and we kind of ended up guessing that it would be Silas, formerly known as Waman, very popular in-game from a few years back, super pacey, got the 5-star skills, still playing in the Bundesliga, and this is a live card for a Conference League Road to the Final for Mainz, 5-star, 4-star, striker, right mid, right wing. He does have some decent stats, except for some glaring stat problems with the reaction and the composure stat. And it's not like he's 88 rated where you could Evo him somewhere to get him boosted up in those areas. He's 90 rated and of course live, but 90 rated and needing a lot of upgrades to maybe become the greatest card that he can be. Now, this isn't super expensive. It is only 3 squads. It's about 89,000 coins, 85, 86, and 87 to get it done. So if you want a fun card collect situation here with Silas, then absolutely go ahead and do it, but it is downvoted, as you can see here on Footbin. Now, the last SBC from yesterday is the one that everybody is talking about. Now, remember, we mentioned this in yesterday's video. We saw the pack code, man, what was it, a couple of weeks back, about this bronze special upgrade. All it takes is 5 gold players, and inside of it you get 3 bronze players. But what really is interesting inside of it is a tradable 81 plus times 10 pack that you redeem, then go to the store and open, and also the new celebration returning to Ultimate Team for the first time in I believe 6 years, the dab. Guys, the dab is back. As you can see, all you have to do is open that pack, which is very easy to complete. Again, 5 golds you put into it, you open the pack, you get the 81 times 10, which is tradable, and you activate and apply the dab celebration. And when you are in game, if you want to do the dab, you hit circle if it's your active celebration, and it will therefore do that celebration on any player inside of the match. So that's cool, right? I mean, that takes us back, kind of how FIFA nostalgia has been trending on Twitter recently. This kind of takes us back to those years of, I think it was FIFA 17, 18, 19, and 20, where the dab was in the game. Just a nice little touch, and what a better day to put that out than April Fool's Day. So that's a GG, honestly. The 81 times 10 was super nice as well. I didn't get anything from it, but it definitely did impact the market a little bit, which we'll talk about later. But that was not all from April Fools, because yesterday on EA's TikTok, this is what I can't believe. They posted a video of an online meme, which I was unaware of until yesterday. I guess this character goes by the name of Tung Tung Tung, and EA posted a clip of that character on their TikTok channel dancing inside of the game, and people were laughing at this and saying, well, EA's not fixing their game, but they're posting this instead. And honestly, that was just kind of funny more than anything else, and pretty shocking. But I mean, it was a nice touch for sure to have that pack in game with the dab. That was a nice touch, a nice little fun thing for them to add in, and definitely having the 81 plus by 10 tradable inside of that was cool as well. Now, before we get to the Evo we're going to talk about today, which dropped late, of course, that was technically a part of the April Fool's content yesterday. I want to take a look at Road to the Final cards, because we had Women's Champions League games, especially games that have confirmed upgrades for cards like BALE. Bayern women's team won, and that means they are going to get a playstyle added to each. I think it's Caruso and BALE are the live cards for Bayern. They're going to get a +1 base playstyle for winning that second leg, and since they qualified for the semifinal, she's also going to get a +1 skill move boost and go to 5-star, 5-star, and get all roll ++s. So what we really need to look at with these cards is how they moved, and since every game matters for these players, during the game, while Bayern was scoring and getting up 2-1 over, I think they were playing Manchester United. Yep, she went from 124,000 coins up to 140K. She did spike. She's back down a little bit now in price. There was a lot of investors in this card for sure ahead of time, and that's why I'm looking ahead to today's games and want to talk about this, because we've got Barcelona playing today, and that means Vicky Lopez, and that means Irene Paredes, who I've invested in both. Not a whole lot of coins, but just a few. Today with Division Rivals rewards, we may have a little bit of supply coming in for both of these two players, but guys, I think the safest thing that we can do here is probably still selling the hype. I mean, Barca is up 6-2 on aggregate. They are expected to not only win this game, get a base playstyle for both Vicky Lopez and Irene Paredes, but also get to the final. I mean, like, that's the expectation for these cards, to go to 96 rated and to get all the upgrades by the end of the Women's Champions League. But I do know there's a lot of people invested in these, and after seeing how BALE's price moved yesterday, she didn't really go up. Like, she went up a little bit during the game and then came back down. I mean, this game today for Vicky Lopez and for Barcelona, they're such favorites already that I would honestly consider selling in the hype. I have a little bit less confidence in some of these cards rising at least right away with what's upcoming with Trophy Titans. I do like Road to the Finals as investments, but man, I think Trophy Titans and even Team of the Season coming before these cards really have a huge chance to get through all of their upgrades maybe is going to hurt their prices a bit. Now, the lower rated, cheaper cards, like, I feel less scared of. Like, I have a couple of BALEs still that I bought for 120,000 coins on my transfer list, but I'm a little bit more, I guess scared is the word. I'm hesitant more so to invest and to continue to hold on these Road to the Final cards with what is upcoming this weekend and how decent that it is looking. So definitely watch the Vicky Lopez and the Paredes today. If you want to sell on the hype, absolutely do that, either before the game or even before Rivals rewards if you're watching this video super early. Now, let's go back to the final piece of yesterday's content, which was dropped late on purpose. Guys, there was an Evo that was posted on EA's Instagram yesterday called the Welsh Wonder Strike, right at the normal content drop time, but it was nowhere to be found in game. We were like, oh, EA messed this up. Is this a mean April Fool's joke where they're dropping a post about an Evo that's going to be coming, but then not actually going to drop it in the game? That'd be super, like, not fun compared to the bronze pack thing that we got. Well, we got our answer, because at 11:07 p.m., I think that's UK time is when this dropped, this evolution dropped, because it's all about Gareth Bale. It's gone 11:07 p.m. in Kiev, and Gareth Bale has scored a stunning overhead kick. Head over to training camp and complete a themed evolution. And the time it took Real Madrid to hold out for the win after Bale's stunning strike hit the net. So very unique time to drop content because very few people were expecting content at this drop, right? And it just makes me wonder, would it be cool to have Evos, SBCs, and content in this game dropping at other times other than just like 6 p.m. normal content drop? You know, think back to like Black Friday and some of those promos where we have content rolling out every single hour. It is a lot to keep up with, and there's a ton that you're gonna miss because it's gonna be very difficult to like catch every single SBC, every sort of like flash challenges content, all that sort of stuff. So I don't think it can be that much content, but I just do find it interesting that content drops in this game, like 90% of it, all at the exact same time. And yesterday, kind of going outside of that and deviating from that was pretty interesting, but it could definitely make things more chaotic and harder to keep up with. So I'd love to hear your guys' comments down below on that. That was just one thing that I was thinking of related to this Evo. Now, this Evo is actually a huge W because, as you can see, a lot of people, as you look at Footbin, you look at Evos maybe in your club, a lot of people are seeing this Evo, which kind of gives you a Gareth Bale-esque boost. A lot of pace, you get rapid plus, you get low driven plus, but it doesn't specifically tell you that you have to Evo certain positions of players. So a lot of people are seeing center backs as the best way to use this Evo. I mean, look at Mickey Van de Ven here, getting plus 25 agility on this card. If you already have good defense and physical stats on a player, you can put them into this Evo and give them the huge pace boost, huge dribbling and passing boost as well, which is making a lot of center back cards go. Look at this Vieira. They go crazy, right? Vieira's in an Evo, so I can't even preview for him right now, but there's so many cards. Midfielders, attackers that look good in this, but the defenders, like the defenders do look really crazy. I don't have too many good ones here, but like let's just look at Dean Huijsen. His defending and physicality is low, so not a great example. And Rapid Plus, you probably want to have a second PS Plus on the card that you're going to put into this, but I've seen a lot of people do Van de Ven's, Yap Stam, and plenty of other Evo chains with defenders and center backs because they're not explicitly not allowed to be in this evolution, and these cards go up to 92 pace. So that's one of the crazy things about this one, but this is one of those Evos where as a free Evo in the training camp section, all you have to do is wait 31 minutes to get this done, which by the way, you do have to claim the Evo every 6 minutes and 12 seconds. That is a little bit annoying. You have to remember to go back to your Evos, claim it, go back to your Evos every 6 minutes and claim it. Like that is a very, very good Evo. So thank you EA for dropping that Evo, albeit at a random time and an unexpected moment. Still a very, very good evolution there. Like look at this Guerrero going up to 92 pace, 90 shooting, already having cracked passing and dribbling and going to 5-star as well through that chain. The Grealish card from Full Birthday, Cruyff fits into this one and goes pretty good. These are definitely going to be some expired chains here, as you can see with the Adama Traore. Is that the Welcome Evo? Yeah, and then a whole bunch of chains. So there's just a lot of potential with this Welsh Wonder strike. And honestly, GG's for EA for dropping a fun little Evo yesterday with the April Fool's Day. So that was all the content yesterday. I am not sure who I'm going to put in that Evo yet. That Van de Ven would be the ratty decision to make. It's max 87. That's maybe the only downside to it. You'd love to see that max go up to like 88. Then a whole lot more players would have fit inside of it. But it at least is what it is a solid boost and pace going up to 92. Now, let's get into some of the news and leaks, guys, because of course, the hype is starting to ramp up before Trophy Titans tomorrow on Friday. And this loading screen dropped yesterday is adding to that because the trophy dynamics are back and 3 playstyle pluses are coming back as well, right? For the first time since Team of the Year, we're going to see a plethora of players on the market in packs that are going to have 3 playstyle pluses, and that is impacting prices of these Team of the Years and really expensive cards like icons as well. 4.4 mil for Alexa Putellas. She was like 5 mil, I think, last week, and even more than that a couple weeks ago, with the market dropping for Full Birthday. It is still those higher tier expensive cards that I'm a little bit more worried about looking at this team. These are the official cards coming in Team 1 of this Trophy Titans promo, tweeted out by FutAccountant. Let's just scroll through these really quick. Alex Morgan, 96 shooting, 96 pace, and 96 overall. Like, you're looking at some of these overall ratings and going, holy smokes, we are in April now. I mean, the highest rated player in Road to the Final, granted, a live promo where the cards are going to get upgrades, is Salah and Mbappe both at 93. And now we're going to Trophy Titans with 95 and 96 rated icons in this promo team. I digress. Beckenbauer looks ridiculous. Zidane insane. Ronaldinho, I know he's got 3 playstyle pluses, but Inventive Plus, I know it's good, but I'm going to call that 2.5 playstyle pluses. Hullet's got pinged, low driven, and price proven. Cantona looks really good behind the face cam. Eden Hazard behind the face cam as well. Just hide it really quick so you can see that. Eden Hazard's card there looks nuts. Now, that's going to be in packs. That is not the SBC version, but that'll be in packs. This Prinz, I think her card's going to be very, very cheap. I think that card could be very OP. You got game changer finesse and low driven, 95 shooting, 90 physicality, and 90 dribbling. I'm not sure how that's going to play out in game, but I'm actually interested to try that card because it looks like she's not going to miss the back of the net. Now, another icon with kind of 2.5 PS pluses would be Thuram. He's got intercept and bruiser, but also whipped pass plus, but crazy stats. Angerer is the goalkeeper in this team. She's got a little assist version as well. We got Butra with rapid tech and finesse. Hierro, Carlos Puyol getting 3 playstyle pluses. And then we're getting closer to like the middle tier, cheaper tier. Ramirez with pinged and intercept. There's an SBC for him coming as well we'll look at. Totti with 3 playstyle pluses looking good. Nesta, who I think the little bro Nesta looks better than that one. Pizarro, Zanetti, Berbatov. Campbell, Shearer as kind of the big bro versions that aren't so big bro. But this is where we get to the good stuff. Look at this bottom row. Thank you, EA Sports, for making some of these icons 88 rated. A healthy chunk of them, too. Verón, Shearer, Carlos Puyol, Nesta, Campbell, all 88 rated, looking primed for Evos. And with these stats and playstyle pluses, Nesta and Puyol both having quickstep, what world are we living in? A usable pacey Puyol and Nesta for Evos. I want to use those cards because those are cards you never get to use because they're just never meta and usable. Here we are. That's going to be a great opportunity to Evo one of those cards and use them. They've got great dribbling stats as well, which they needed a boost in from their other icon cards. I love that. A lot of cheap center backs I see there. Campbell, Nesta, and Puyol for Evos all look really solid. Like Verón and Shearer look solid as well. Quickstep and low driven on Shearer as an 88 rated with 94 pace. That looks really interesting. Even Thuram as an 89 rated could be really interesting too. Then we got Little Sis Prinz. We've got Kaká, which is interesting. It looks like we're going to get the big boy, big bro Kaká as an SBC. And the little bro is going to be in packs. I find that very, very interesting. And then we got a Butra and a couple more heroes that are in there as well. So I look at this team and I see a nice mix of top tier cards, really expensive, looking really crazy, but then at the same time, cards that we can evo down here at the bottom and hopefully chain evo up and get some nice stats on and then customize in our own way. It looks fun, honestly. That looks so fun to me. There's plenty of cards in here that I would just love to try that I haven't been able to try this year just because, you know, they haven't had promo cards, they haven't been usable, and now they're going to be usable with the trophy dynamics as well that we see on the loading screen in game. Like, I am absolutely initiating a bit more of a serious pack save. I'm not like going crazy with it. I'm still going to open some packs today. You know, I packed Chris Richards from Road to the Final, so I'm not personally chasing anybody crazy from Road to the Final over the Trophy Titans now. But yeah, I just think the Trophy Titans cards look more fun. And if you're going to end up hitting big on something and it is a 3 playstyle plus player, then that's going boom straight into your team. So this is looking good. Now, I do want to talk about other leaks. We don't have a ton more, but we got some SBC leaks. Now, of course, we've mentioned the Neuer. We've looked at Salgado. We've seen Kaká, and we've seen the Eden Hazard little bro SBC too. But Ramirez, 89 rated Ramirez, was added to the list of upcoming SBCs. Intercept and pinged with 90 pace. That is screaming Evos in the next couple of weeks as well. What I see with these cards as 88s and 89s is definite Evos at Team of the Season. I know that we just had some max 89 Evos in the past couple of weeks. That honestly kind of contributes to the problem that some people would say Evos are at the moment, creating some of the most ridiculous cards, which, albeit is super duper fun, Evos have created some really, really crazy items. I do think EA's backing off on Evos a bit, like we've seen, right? The Dutch Decider was max 88, dropping deep, paid Evo, max 88, Supersonic Strike, paid Evo, only max 88. Now, maybe there's another max 89 Evo coming this weekend, but from some of the leaks that have just been whispered about in like the Twitch chat and stuff like that, it doesn't even look like we're going back to that yet. It's still going to stay at a max 88 rated Evo cap, but I still think that some of these SBCs are going to be good to complete, like the Ramirez, like the Eden Hazard, for the fun to use aspect and hopefully cheaper price, but then the future Evo ability as well. Lots of showdowns going to be coming with this promo. As you can see here, a couple of moments cards. with Ford, Wijnaldum, and then the Neuer objective. But those are all the leaked SBCs, and they're not all official stats. Some of them are predicted, but of course, we got official stats for the Neuer, Kaká, Eden Hazard, Salgado, and I believe that Ramirez is official stats as well. So that's one of the reasons I say save your fodder, because if there's any intrigue in completing any of those SBCs, save your fodder for when those Trophy Titans are coming out tomorrow and beyond to be crafting those sorts of SBCs. I'm definitely excited for Trophy Titans, and this loading screen yesterday was one of the major parts of that. Super excited to see what other news we get specifically related to Evos, and maybe still wondering, are we going to get an icon-specific Evo? I think we are, but that's not been leaked yet. Now, let's take a look at the market and also talk about Road to the Final cards. Guys, yesterday, Road to the Finals took a little bit of an unexpected dip because supply, that 81 times 10, albeit not a crazy pack, there was people packing Road to the Finals from those yesterday. And also, EA refreshed the Hymn to Glory guarantee. Is that already past that one? Yeah, Hymn of Glory guarantee pack. This is tradable. EA refreshed it for 3 more yesterday. So some people were opening that one, and that brought some tradable supply to the market. You can see Doué's down at 2.2 to 2.1. Chouameni, who I sold at 1.3 highs just 2 days ago, was all the way down in the 1.1 mil range, 1.15. So that is why you saw some of those prices dropping off. Today with Rivals Rewards is probably going to be the last bit of supply for these. And while I'm still interested and I'm still invested in some of these cards, like I still own some Yates at 140 to 150. I still own Sancho at 230. He's down, right? I have seen these prices drop. I've seen the extra supply come in, and I've seen the hype for Trophy Titans, and it does make me a little bit less confident in expecting these cards to rise up this weekend. But maybe all that it is with these cards is a bit of a dip this weekend with the start of Trophy Titans, and then next week when we have Champions League games, Conference League, and I think all Europa League games too. I think we've got all competitions for the men going next week. Then these cards could come back into the limelight a little bit. So I think this is an investment opportunity, not just today, because you still might be able to buy some of these cards. And as you see, I'm not selling my Sanchos, right? I got 3 Sanchos and I got 3 Yates. And I'm not selling those right now because, I don't know, I have enough coins. I can sit on them and wait it out and hold it out. And, you know, if there's a left-wing Evo that is leaked, then maybe I will try to sell this card. But, you know, it's a Road to the Final live item. And at some point, I do believe it's going to rise. And I don't think it's going to drop a ton before it's going to go up. So I'm willing to hold on to that. And if you've bought some of these cards and you're invested, I think it's maybe okay to do so as well. But just kind of realize your situation. If you don't have a ton of coins, maybe you just sell, trade a little bit, and then you reinvest in the weekend and go from there, or you can just keep holding. Kind of up to you, but just kind of use how the Clara Bull card moved today as a bit of a kind of a roadmap into maybe how some of the cards may move today. I mean, Vicky Lopez, 200,000 coins. Yesterday, she started the day at like 220, and you can see it dropped off after content as well. One of the most popular investments from this promo team. If you bought it for 160 or 170, you're probably good to hold. Like, I would be shocked if they lose the game today. They're up 6-2 on aggregate, but they still need to draw or win to get one of the playstyle upgrades. They can, of course, advance to the next round very, very easy. But that was why some of those prices were dropping yesterday. Other than that, market-wise, like I'm rocking one flip right now. I bought a Florian Wirtz for 1.51, hoping to sell it for like 1.63, 1.64-ish. Right now, I've got most of my coins just sitting. I'm actually going to list this card up right now because it's still back here. Let's do 1.637. I'm going to list that card up, hopefully get the sale. Lazy list my team of the week still that I have on the transfer list, and be pretty much liquid heading into Promo Friday content for Trophy Titans, just because that's how I want to feel the safest. Now, let's talk about today's content on Thursday. Some Thursdays actually during full birthday a couple weeks ago, and even a week before that, were pretty good. Others of them have been pretty quiet. I'm thinking today, at least with SBCs, is going to be pretty quiet. We got William Gomez from Porto. That's going to be our last Road to the Final live card that we are expecting for this promo. We've also got, now this is something that's not super crazy, but it's worth mentioning because it's free packs. We've got the E-League One Grand Final today, and this stream looks like it's going to be a bit of a shorter one. You can see here that it says the stream is going to go live around content, and it's going to go for a few hours after that. You have to watch the match or watch the stream for 15 minutes for an 85x2, 60 minutes for an 86x2, and if you watched the Premier League last week, you get the group reward as an 86x3. Great packs to just stash for the Trophy Titans promo tomorrow and go from there. So that's a must-watch around content. Also, the showdown for that one is going to be expiring today too. But other than that, on Thursday, just the usual marquee matchups, other the SBC refreshes that we'll have inside of here. I think there's a few SBCs that are expiring today, including the 89 plus 1 of 3 Foot Birthday Team 2 player pick. If you want to do one of those one last time, I think that might be the last Foot Birthday pick or pack that is still available from that promo, which is pretty crazy. Somerville is going to be expiring if you want to get him done, and then all the showdowns are expiring as well. So that's just kind of a shout for what's expiring today. Tomorrow, on Friday, is going to be even more interesting with the campaign rewind, going away, and the provisions upgrade and the 8314 all expiring then as well. So that's going to be really interesting to see, but I don't think today is going to be that crazy. It's going to be a day to catch up on gameplay, open division rivals rewards, or save them. And this is the second week of rivals rewards, guys, with the new huge levels of packs. 81 by 50, 80 by 50. Now I'm going to end up saving these, but I don't expect a whole lot through these. Really what we've seen in the past, I think this is the second week, the past 2 weeks, or maybe this is the third one. What we've seen with these bigger packs and rewards for rivals is we see more fodder supply. Like last week on Thursday, 85s dipped a healthy bit. And if you want to get involved in them today, I think you could. You can see last week on Wednesday, they were up at 4.3. And then with rewards, they went down to 2.8 and then zoop back up to 3.6. They're not going as high this week. But if these cards are 2K after rivals rewards, you probably can buy them for 2K, sell them for 2.5 to 2.7 after the content drop. But that's kind of the fodder that I would get involved in if I were you. Oh, last thing we didn't even talk about, speaking of fodder, new team of the week. Lacking dynamic images, unfortunately. VVD 92, Wirtz 91, a lot of Liverpool there at the top. You've got a Dzeko card. Great timing on that for Bosnia making the World Cup. Damsgaard, Gyökeres, Tonali in this team of the week. We got Thuram, we got Sabitzer, Luke Bacchio for his goals against the United States, which is pain, but you know, he's in the team. So that's the team of the week that is dropped there. And once again, I'll end the video by saying this. Informs this weekend will be a good investment. I know, hey, Nate, who's investing at this time of the year? Well, you're going to be super happy with yourself in about a month's time during Team of the Season if you invest in Team of the Weeks at 11,000 coins in the next 2 weeks before we have the last Team of the Week of the year coming out next Wednesday. Next Wednesday should be the last Team of the Week release, as we've been kind of leading up to it and saying that before EA stop releasing those, but they'll still require Team of the Weeks and SBCs. So we're thinking ahead on that one. Get invested in Team of the Week. Start stocking up your club. Takes a couple of weeks to do that with even a little bit of coins to set aside for that. So that's the video for today, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about all the April Fool's content yesterday, the BALE Evo. I'm going to have to decide who to put into that one. And let me know what you think about the DAB celebration, because I think it's fun. I think it's cool. It's great to see that one back. And it fits right in perfectly with the FIFA nostalgia that has been kind of going around and being, you know, the viral trend right now in terms of FC content. Anyway, guys, I will see you guys today in a short Thursday stream. We're going to try to win the Champions Cup today. I'm going to play some Gauntlet as well, which is what I'm progressing on at the moment. But this Champions Cup is freaking hard, man. I got to the semifinal twice, and I just cannot get the next 2 wins to get Limer for the upgrades that he will hopefully get in that 87 by 5 pack. But we're going to try again today and see if we can do it. If you enjoyed this video, drop a thumbs up on it. Comment down below if you have any questions. And of course, subscribe if you're new. And I will see you guys in a stream today on Thursday. Have a great one. It's been Nate, TheFutAccountant. See you later. Peace out.